What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Does Brooke's use of these 7 words to Ridge rekindle the conflict with Taylor? According to the Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan might utter 7 words and incite Ridge Forrester's anger. Will Brooke and Ridge's Taylor Hayes feud resurface soon enough? After months of pleading and yearning, Brooke was able to win Ridge back, so she isn't in a rush to lose him again. As long as Taylor remains unmarried and waits for Ridge to flirt back toward her, that will always be a worry in the back of Brooke's mind. Although we hope Taylor has finally learned her lesson, B&B cannot assure that. Some of the characters in this soap opera are erratic and frequently allow themselves to be harmed. It's understandable that Brooke would want Taylor to find another man to keep her busy in light of this. Since Brooke isn't entirely callous, there's a chance that she sincerely wants Taylor to be happy. The simplest method to guarantee that Brooke would not mind ending this rivalry permanently is to encourage Taylor to pursue a romantic relationship with someone else. This leads us to Deacon Sharp, who will nag Taylor for counseling if his marriage begins to fall apart. Deacon and Sheila Sharp's relationship will be ruined by some Luna Nozawa drama, thus Deacon might start looking for solace and possibly even a new love. As soon as Brooke receives updates, she might be all for Taylor and Deacon's romance. We could picture Brooke wishing for Deacon to be with Taylor and playing Cupid a little. In addition to keeping Taylor away from Ridge, Brooke would undoubtedly think that Taylor would make a far better Deacon than Sheila, particularly in light of the insanity around Luna that Sheila is currently involved in. But if Taylor and Deacon are going into amorous territory, Ridge won't be happy. I believe Deacon could make Taylor happy, even though Brooke might say the 7 words we warned would incite Ridge's wrath. Ridge may claim that Deacon is only going to harm Taylor because he lacks his trust. Despite the fact that Ridge also injured Taylor, he might not allow Deacon to harm him further. If Brooke believes Ridge should back off Taylor and let her manage her own life, this might lead to some major conflict between them. Brooke would much rather see Ridge focus on their own future together, but once Taylor starts showing interest in Deacon, he might find it difficult. Keep an eye out for any messy marriage news that may be developing because Brooke and Ridge may experience some love issues as a result, according to the Bold and the Beautiful. Given that there is usually a tense triangle developing between Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor Hayes when it comes to Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan's 7 words have the potential to spark one of the most intense romantic feuds that the Bold and the Beautiful has witnessed in recent memory. The soap opera has a pattern of revisiting this long-running feud, and despite the characters' best efforts to move on, the allure of past romances pulls them back into painful memories. The teaser suggests that Brooke may accidentally or purposefully unleash a 7-word bombshell that infuriates Ridge and reopens old wounds with Taylor. The potential statement, which may go something like, "Let Deacon love Taylor, not you," or "Taylor needs a man, not Ridge," could have a profound effect on all aspects of their life, rekindling fears, stoking jealousy, and making Ridge defensive. After all, Brooke isn't going to lose Ridge again after fighting valiantly to get him back and enduring months of heartache and longing as he fluctuated between her and Taylor. The problem is that Ridge's protective nature toward Taylor might turn a love reunion into a battlefield, and Brooke's attempts to get her marriage may come out as manipulative meddling. For her part, Taylor has consistently cast a shadow on Brooke and Ridge's marriage. Her status as the woman Ridge once thought would be his fate is enough to eat away at Brooke's mental stability even when she isn't actively pursuing him. Brooke is aware that Taylor will always pose a threat, whether on purpose or not, as long as she is single, unmarried, and waiting for Ridge to knock on her door. Brooke's subsequent action of pressuring Taylor to pursue a new relationship is motivated by this ongoing concern. Even though Brooke is known for being self-centered, she isn't totally heartless. Although she may really want Taylor to be happy, her desire for peace is entwined with her need to protect herself. Not only is it selfless to encourage Taylor to give her heart to another person, but it's also a tactic to protect her own marriage. And the ideal candidate, Deacon Sharp, lands squarely in Brooke's lap amid the tangled web of B&B relationships. Deacon himself is at a turning point. Given the increasing unrest surrounding Luna Nozawa, his marriage to Sheila Carter is on the verge of disintegrating. Their marriage will eventually fail due to Sheila's poisonous plans, her incapacity to relinquish control, and her fixation with controlling circumstances. Deacon may find himself yearning for stability and company from someone who isn't involved in constant controversies after years of trying to portray himself as a reformed guy. Taylor comes into play at this point. She provides him with understanding as well as an ear as a therapist. She provides him with a form of love that is free from criminal insanity because she is a woman. And this is ideal for Brooke. She jumps at the chance as soon as she learns that Deacon is pursuing Taylor. Brooke might say her 7 words, thinking she's accomplishing 2 goals at once, such as Taylor should be with Deacon, not Ridge. She saves Deacon from Sheila and separates Taylor from Ridge. It's perfect on paper. In reality, it's like throwing a spark into gasoline. Because Brooke sees Deacon differently than Ridge Forrester does. Deacon, the man who previously stood in Ridge's way with Brooke, the man who fathered hope in a scandal, the man whose name oozes treachery, is a snake in the grass in Ridge's eyes. Ridge won't be composed, cool, or disengaged if Taylor ventures into Deacon's orbit. He'll be furious. He will assert that Taylor deserves better, that Deacon is untrustworthy, and that Deacon will harm Taylor. Naturally, the irony is that Ridge has repeatedly harmed Taylor, and Brooke will not overlook his hypocrisy. That is the starting point of the renewed battle. Ridge's rage will be interpreted by Brooke as jealousy rather than protection, indicating that he still feels the need to control Taylor's romantic life. She will advise him to step back, let Taylor be herself, and concentrate on their marriage rather than micromanaging his ex-wife's decisions. Ridge will become enraged and claim that Brooke is interfering where she has no right to. This arrangement pulls all the strings in the soap opera's emotional symphony, which is its beauty. Holding on to Ridge, removing Taylor as a threat, and demonstrating the longevity of her marriage are all important to Brooke in terms of security. Ridge's obsession is control. Despite his insistence that his love is for Brooke, he can't bear the idea of Taylor with Deacon. Taylor's identity is at stake. She must choose between regaining her freedom and being caught up in another romantic triangle. Can Deacon ever show that he is more than his past, particularly if he is attempting to love someone as esteemed as Taylor? For Deacon, it is also about redemption. Every viewpoint clashes, every motivation clashes with the others, and the outcome is explosive. The drama can develop in waves from here. Initially, Brooke would tell Hope that matching Taylor with Deacon would ensure everyone's safety. Hope might disagree because she has her own complex sentiments regarding her father. Brooke won't listen to her when she says that attempting to get Taylor and Deacon together is manipulative and would not work. Ridge might hear what Brooke is saying in the interim or confront her about it directly. He may be obsessed with the statement, Taylor deserves better than Deacon, which erupts into claims that Brooke is conspiring against him. The recently reunited couple finds themselves split once more, this time due to new plans rather than past grievances. Taylor's response will reveal just as much. At first, she might turn down the proposal since she doesn't want to be a pawn in Brooke's scheme. On the other hand, Deacon's charm and fragility can wear her down. The fact that he is not Ridge is exactly the point. Taylor could finally have someone who truly wants her and isn't juggling 2 people. Taylor may become more adamant that she should have the autonomy to make her own decisions the more Ridge complains against Deacon. And Ridge and Brooke's conflict will only get worse as a result of that disobedience. With Brooke pressuring Ridge to relent, Ridge pressuring Taylor to change his mind, Deacon attempting to establish his worth, and Taylor refusing to be treated like property, every moment turns into a battleground. The inevitable collateral damage is what makes this storyline so deliciously soapy. Douglas Forrester, Hope Logan, Steffi, and even Sheila herself will be drawn into the aftermath if Brooke's 7 words actually start this argument. Hope's interference in Deacon's life may cause her to argue with her mother. If Thomas returns and accuses Brooke of influencing his mother's happiness, Douglas can find himself in the midst. Steffi will support Taylor and lash out at Brooke for sabotaging her mother once more. Furthermore, Sheila, who is observing from the sidelines, might take advantage of the confusion by portraying herself as the victim and dividing Deacon and Taylor before they have ever started. In the end, the question is not just whether Brooke's remarks would reignite her conflict with Taylor, but also how much damage they will do. Nothing is ever straightforward on The Bold and the Beautiful. One word has the power to destroy alliances, destroy marriages, and rekindle rivalries that have lasted for decades. Although Brooke's 7 words are intended to be protective, they actually act as a match that ignites the entire canvas. The freshly renewed marriage between Ridge and Brooke can fail due to mistrust and jealousy. Taylor might have to battle to be taken seriously once more. Additionally, Deacon might turn out to be the unanticipated turning point in a love quadrangle that pits hope against history. Ultimately, Brooke's remarks underscore a timeless reality of the soap opera rivalry never really ends, envy never goes away, and love is never safe. There will always be a triangle, a spark, and an impending conflict as long as Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor remain on the same stage. And because of those 7 words, the fight can be more intense than before.